Hi, sixth grade. Today we're talking about indirect objects. So let's review. What is a direct object? Well, to answer that question, we have to ask the questions what and whom. So let's study some examples. Number one, Holly threw the paper in the trash can. What did she throw? The paper. Paper is our direct object. Look at number two. The dog with floppy ears ate scraps from the floor. What did he eat? Scraps from the floor. Scraps is your direct object. Look at number three. Emma called Eileen about the party. Whom did she call? She called Eileen. So Eileen is a direct object also. So what is an indirect object? Well, indirect objects are nouns or pronouns that come between the verb and the direct object. They kind of sneak right into the sentence. Here's an example. Instead of saying the quarterback threw the football, we're going to sneak in our indirect object and say the quarterback, subject, threw, verb, the receiver, indirect object, the football, direct object. So how do we diagram indirect objects? Well, first of all, we do the regular sentence line or the baseline. We have our up and down subject-predicate line that cuts right through the baseline. Our subject goes on the left, our verb goes in the middle, and our direct object goes on the right. Now the indirect object gets a slanted line and then a horizontal line that goes across. And it's kind of attached to the verb because essentially it's what the verb is doing. So how can I spot them? Ask two questions. Number one, does the sentence have a direct object? So every sentence must have a direct object if it's going to have an indirect object. Second question, to whom, to what, for whom, or for what was the action done? So let's label the subject, verb, direct object, and indirect object of each sentence. I'll do the first two with you, and then you're going to do the next two on your own. Number one, the teacher handed Becky the assignment at school. Teacher is your who or the what, so that's a subject. Handed is your verb. What did she hand? Well, she handed the assignment. Assignment will be your direct object. And Becky sneaks right in there. Becky is our indirect object, and at school is our prepositional phrase. So let's do number two. My brother taught me how to play the piano. Brother is my subject, taught is my verb, and then he taught me. Because he taught me how to play the piano, me is the indirect object. Look at number three. The mother bear provides her babies food for the spring. Tell me the subject, verb, direct object, and indirect object of that sentence. Look at number four. The family made their relatives thank you cards. I almost told you what it was. Go ahead and fill out the subject, verb, direct object, and indirect object of that sentence also. So tomorrow we'll see how you did, but for today, be the reason someone smiles. Thanks, sixth grade.